I didn't finish the eyes. Oh my gosh! I have a little truck going on. So to actually... I can get this out. Hello my beautiful babes, what is up? It's Brandi. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. In today's video, I am so excited I get to finally sit down and film my first impressions of the Jeffree Star Cremated palette. Now, I got this in my Winter Supreme mystery box, which feels like forever ago, to be honest, but it really wasn't. But this was one of the many goodies that I got in the box. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll definitely leave that down below in the description box. But I kind of postponed filming this, to be honest, because there are just absolutely so many possibilities with this palette. I've never really been intimidated. I don't know if I said that right. I've never really been intimidated by a palette, and even though it's a very simple color story of a palette, all monochromatic, all the possibilities, I was like, oh my goodness, I think I have to think about this more. But you know what? We are just gonna wing it. It's makeup. We're gonna have fun. So yeah, without any further ado, let's just get started into today's video. Here is what the palette looks like. It is absolutely gorgeous. This is the first palette he has ever put himself on, and I think he absolutely killed it. Him turning into ashes, I love it. The eye makeup, lipstick Nick always kills it. I cannot get over it. And then of course this color story, I don't know where we're gonna go, but we shall see. As always, I love the pigmentation and the formula, the glitters, everything. So I have high expectations. We can't speak today. I have high expectations with this palette, and of course, as always, we have a big, beautiful mirror. So the thing is, I did the opposite here. I filmed, what's today? Monday? I filmed Saturday a full video of first impressions, but I'm posting this before that video, and I was gonna film tomorrow, but my hair wasn't cooperating, so I was like, you know, we're just gonna film today because I wanted my hair to be up in this video. And I didn't clean out my brushes. It's been very busy. So I have a mixture of Morphe brushes from Jeffree Star collection, as well as one Nikita, and as always, my bling brushes. As always, I am going to tell you what brush I'm going to use, but I'm sorry that my brushes are going to be so over the place today. But as always, let's start with setting our eyes. I think the first shade I'm going to dip into is Burial Ground, or I can't read. I should not have filmed today. Oh well, at least you guys can get a kick out of it. Burial Gown. I'm gonna dip into that shade on an E11 brush. I'm gonna tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna use this to set my eyelid. And just to let you guys know, there is some kickback in the pan. I don't find that to be a big deal, but some people do. I am just letting you guys know, but I really do like that shade to set my eyes. That's really pretty. That just, woo, brightened it up completely. I believe I'm gonna dive in to the shade Gravedigger right over here. And I'm just going to be applying that on a JS8 brush. Whew. I usually would use a little bit of a smaller brush, but we shall see what happens. Alright. Alright. It's alright. went a little bit too close in the inner corner, but that's my fault. It's not the eyeshadow's fault. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this, but if you guys couldn't tell, I'm just focusing this on the inner half of my crease. Gonna build it up a little bit more. Although that's pretty pigmented as is. Then I believe I'm gonna take this shade right over here called Hearse. And I'm just gonna be applying that on a Nikita in number 4. And I'm just gonna focus this on the outer half of my crease. I will say, although there is fallout in the pan, I am really surprised so far, knock on wood, I haven't had any fallout on my face, especially with the shade Hearse right now that I'm working with. That is a beautiful black though, oh my goodness. I'm just gonna keep trying to build up that color even more. As we know, when I say color, I mean shade. I haven't done that for a very long time on my channel. I guess it's coming back around. And then I'm also going to take the shade Hearse and I'm going to take it on the outer half of my lid. And kind of do a wing. Go like a little bit diagonal, just like that. Just take it out just a hair. Just to make it more seductive. Or try to, I should say. Moving on to the next shade, I think I'm gonna take the shade Life Insurance. I'm just gonna be applying that on a JS13. And I'm just gonna focus this. Oh my gosh, if you heard that, that was my cat running around like a cuckoo. Anyway, I'm going to focus this on the outer half of my crease to blend out the edges of Hearse. To blend out the edges of Hearse. Wow. Didn't expect to be that difficult. Next, I'm going to dip into the shade Casket Ready. And I'm just going to be applying that on an E15 brush. Right? Yeah, E15. And I'm just going to focus this on the outer half just to really make sure those edges are blended in really nicely. Here we go. That's better. Next, I'm going to take the shade Death Blow right over here. And I'm going to be applying that on another E15, focusing this on the inner half of my crease to blend out those edges. Woo! That is really nice for white. I didn't expect it to be that pigmented, to be honest. Oh my goodness. That is pretty pigmented for white, I have to say. So I'm just going to be taking some of my Magic Star concealer on an E16 brush, and I'm just going to do a cut crease. Then I'm going to take the oh gosh. I just said this before. Mortuary Beautician. Oh my goodness. It's this beautiful shade right over here. And I'm just going to apply that on an E14 brush. And I'm just going to focus this on the inner half of my lid. Ooh, that's beautiful. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Woo! Now that shade definitely has a little bit of fallout. Nothing too crazy. So now I'm going to dip into the shade Angel of Death. And I'm going to use that same E14, but I'm just going to flip it on the other side. And I'm just going to apply that on the outer half of my lid. And then, of course, I'm going to go back into the shade Mortuary Mortuary Beautician and Angel of Death. Just go back and forth between those two shades in the middle. Just tap back and forth to make sure they blend really nicely in the middle. And it's a beautiful gradual fade. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Hearse on an E14 brush and focus that on the outer half of my lash line. Now I think I'm gonna take a little bit of the shade Eulogy and I'm gonna focus that on the inner half of my lash line, and I'm just gonna grab that on an E15 brush. And then I'm gonna dip into the shade, what do I want? I think I'm gonna dip into the shade Casket Ready. I'm gonna take that on a JS13 brush. I'm just gonna use that to blend out the edges of the lower lash line. And then to highlight the inner corner of my eyes, I'm going to be dipping into this Drop Dead gorgeous shade over here called Diamond Ashes. I'm just going to be applying that on an E26. And just slowly building up that shade. But oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. And the more layers I add, the more intense it gets. Holy cow. Wow. Of course, last but not least, we have to highlight the brow bone, and I'm just going to be dipping into the shade Afterlife. Now, I don't have any other clean brushes, so I'm just going to be grabbing that on another E26. This one's going to take me a while, but oh well. That is so blinding too. Oh my gosh. Now I am just curious. I want to see what the shade Afterlife would look like as a highlighter, because that's one thing that I love about Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I love taking his eyeshadows and using them as highlight too. Holy cow. Okay, so there's Afterlife. I was not expecting that. Holy cow. Alright, I guess we're just gonna use that to highlight the rest of our face. Wow. Okay. Alright, so I just quickly hopped off camera, finished my eyes. I just added a winged liner, some mascara, and my Essence black liner in my waterline. I don't know why I said it like that. In my waterline, and I felt like that just completed this look. Of course, if you really want to take it the extra mile, you could add some false lashes. The last thing that we have is lips. Now, since our eyes are really bold, I'm going to be dipping into the Nude Liquid Lipstick Volt by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Oh my goodness, I still can't believe I have this. I've only used this since I've gotten it, basically. But I think I'm going to start off Mannequin. Ooh, that's beautiful. That's a little bit too pink for my taste for this look. I don't want to use this color. Back to the drawing board. I felt like that was just a little bit too pink. I want nude, almost like you really can't see the lip, so I'm gonna go in with the shade I'm Nude. I don't know. I feel like this is still a little pink. As much as I really want to use a Jeffree Star lip product, it wasn't working with this look. But I'm just going to be taking, what is this, Horchata from Dragon Beauty. For gloss, I'm going to be trying the Heaven's Gate. This is absolutely beautiful. This was the first gloss I ever purchased from him. I think I might have used this once. I may not have even used this at all. I can't even remember, but this did come out with this collection. It is absolutely beautiful. Got a little on the table. It is absolutely beautiful. I love his gloss formula. Alright you guys, so this is the final look and I love how this came out so much, and to believe that I was really intimidated by this palette really blows my mind. Now that I've actually used it, I am less intimidated. There were just so many shades and I didn't know what to do. There were just way too many possibilities. This formula, as always, the pigmentation is there. I love it. As I said before, when I first unboxed this, it was something I really needed in my collection because there are times when I really want to do a smoky eye, but I don't have gray. I really only have black, like literally one black shade. So to actually, that's lovely. To actually have this palette, I'll pick it up. It was just a lip gloss. Luckily I have a rug. Anyway, but to actually have this palette and to have those shades makes me so happy. Out of this entire palette, Diamond Ashes and Afterlife were the ones that were absolutely gorgeous, but hands down, Afterlife, just look at how beautiful that shade is. I honestly could talk about that shade for days. It's that beautiful. I love this palette. I highly recommend it. The pigmentation, the formula, Jeffree, I love your products. I can never get enough of them. But yeah, that's basically it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, as well as hitting the notification bell. As always, every product used today will be linked down below in the description box. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys!